Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 CDC Continental Cup Tour Finals Championship live from New York City.
All right, we're back here in Woodside, New York for the Continental Cup sponsored by Cosmo Darts. I'm joined by today's number 3 seed, Mr. Leonard Gates. Leonard, your thoughts about being back in New York for a Continental Cup?
My thoughts is that, hey, I'm back again. Once again, now I got to come out with a title this time.
Fair enough. I think it's fair to say it's been a pretty good year for you. You're getting a lot of worldwide experience.
Mm-hmm.
What's it been like, in New York and then going over and playing in Europe?
Man, New York was, like I said, was a great experience. But to win all the things that come after that, going over to play in the Netherlands, the Grand Slam in England, and the Worlds, man, that's awesome. I mean, New York started it all. I'm going to see if I can stay consistent and finish it all.
And you've got a tough first-round opponent in the 14 seed, Ryan Vander. Weit. Talk to us about what it's going to take to beat Ryan.
Basically, consistency and when I come out to play, just step on the gas to see if I can keep that pace going against him. Maybe it'll rattle him a little bit. I don't know. We'll see, because he's been shooting great darts lately, and much props to him and everything. But like I say, I got to stay on my game to come out on top.
All right, we're looking forward to seeing your match. Good luck today, Leonard, and we'll see you up on stage.
All right, thank you.
We are back here in Woodside, New York for the 2022 Continental Cup presented by Cosmo Darts. I'm joined at the moment by our number 14 seed, Ryan Vander ahead of his match against the 3 seed, Leonard Gates. Ryan, this is your inaugural Continental Cup. What's it like to be here?
Oh, it's amazing. I've worked so hard at this game for 18 years, and to be at this level, really makes it all worth it for me. Just to be here and playing this competition is amazing.
And you've got your family here joining you. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Talk to us about what it's like to let them all have them all here behind you.
Oh, it means everything. It means everything. Family is everything to me. And to have them be able to come here and watch me do what I love to do, I love it. I'm so excited.
They're in the crowd and they're pumped right now. I just came down from upstairs.
Yep.
You got a tough task ahead of you against the 3 seed Leonard Gates. What are you going to have to do to get by this match?
Score heavy, and the double should follow. I'm a good scorer. I just got to rely on that, and I should get through it.
We're all looking forward to seeing that match. It's going to be a great one. Whatever happens, good luck, and we'll see you on stage.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with the 2022 CDC Continental Cup. And it comes to you live from New York City's Woodside. We welcome now to the stage the man from New Jersey. Let's ring the bell for RV Dubs, Ryan Vander. We now bring to the stage a former Continental Cup champion, the reigning North American champion from Texas, Soldier Leonard Gates.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to match number 3 of the 2022 Continental Cup. Hello, I'm Anthony Eugenia, and I am joined by the one and only John Pard. Hey, John.
Hey, Anthony. Yeah, it's been a great day so far already. A couple of really well-played matches and deserving winners.
Setting the tone with some
Yeah.
with some good darts early on. Doug Boehm, Jim Long.
Yeah, and we've already established you need to be right up there in the 90s averaging, or you're going to be going home today early.
Well, if one of these players are dispatched to go home, he doesn't have far to go. North Jersey's Ryan Vander, local legend, you might even say. Full disclosure, I run some darts here in New York, in the New York metro area, and Ryan is one of the most decorated players in our 11-year history. So Ryan comes in with a obviously good pedigree, local darts. He's taken the next step up this year, winning his tour card down in Philadelphia, and has come out on tour. Makes the top 16, gets a big primetime spot.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
But we know his task is a big one.
Yeah, and Leonard is one of in my mind, the two top guys for getting things done this year outside of the PDC tour card holders. He's really a good, consistent player.
60.
He's got so much experience now, and I think he uses all his traveling experiences, plays a lot of the soft tip and that, but it really just makes him into solid.
100.
Anywhere he comes into this venue, I don't think he cares if it's the home venue or not.
Sure. As you've touched on a few times today, there's players that you go through battles and get acclimated to not play into a home crowd.
140.
Good opening from both players, and as you mentioned, Leonard Gates. We talked about Ryan being decorated locally. Leonard Gates is one of the most decorated
58.
players we've had in the CDC history. He's won just about everything we've put on. Continental Cup champion, 2-time match play champion, multiple tour event champion, so Leonard Gates is no stranger to the finish line.
57.
Yeah, and one of the favorites really here. I mean, obviously, I think all the matches are you can make arguments for either player, but nonetheless.
That's a 180 for Ryan Vander.
The shame of that is he couldn't leave a finish. So Leonard can use, he's at 244. He's got to say to himself, well, I better get out in 6 starts here. And this fella's going to maybe break.
100.
Our stats department tell us that 180 was the 250th in the history of the CDC. So nice little nugget there. Racking them up, John.
Well, he doesn't want another. But what a great setup visit this is.
Loads of pressure on Gates 144.
Leonard require 144.
Yep, just to hold his throw. This isn't going to get the crack, so.
So here we go, Vander right out of the box.
40.
Looking at a break, double top.
Game shot the first leg.
Adjust after that nervy first attempt.
Yeah, you wouldn't call that a
Game on.
marker dart, the first one, but it certainly was able to adjust the weight of the throw and did so quite successfully. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do that either, but there'll be some measure of relief that it went in for him.
85.
At least it wasn't the last dart where it gets you extra tense and nervy.
The stab in the heart, that is the third dart double when you're standing behind an opponent. You think you may have a chance. Gates, when we talk about the steel tip side of things, may very well be having the best year of his life from a steel tip perspective. As Richard Ashdown introed him, he's the reigning PDC North American champion, and then that earns him. We've got a spot in the World Championship at the Alley Palette coming up.
140.
He got a chance at the World Series Finals. He's playing in the Grand Slam coming up. So, lots of big opportunities for Leonard Gates.
Yeah, then the ability to play in the Grand Slam. It's really a good warm-up no matter what he does, because you get the 3-round robin matches all on the big PDC stage, and that's a good warm-up for the World Championship no matter what happens. Not saying he can't do anything. But just,
no, of course. But
it's great when you get a group of opportunities rather than just one stab.
A one-off, correct, yeah. And that's part of what process has been. More and more opportunities. Everybody's got to go through that learning process. So the more chance you get up there to square off against the PDC professionals with the true big lights and stage,
97.
hopefully the better off you come out the other side of it. Tops for Vander Weit, second leg, 210s. Just on the other side of the wire for Vander Weit, gives Gates a look at a break back for double 12.
Leonard, you require 24.
Yeah, he's being handily outscored, but he could be level on legs.
That's a marker.
Game shot in the second leg. Leonard Gates.
He had a little smirk after
Third
that.
leg,
He realizes
Leonard
that
to
he's
throw
how
first.
far he's been outshot by here, and
Game
he
on.
knows he's in a nice position once again, where, in a leg to first, in a match first to 5 legs, that he just has to hold his throw again.
Sure. Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
We're back to square.
83.
I was noticing these guys played a couple of times on the CDC tour this year, but the first meeting in event 2, Ryan actually averaged 99 in a 6-3 defeat. So
60.
Leonard's kind of used to dealing with him playing well. Is what my point on that.
Sure.
He won't worry that he's the better thrower. He's as we talked about, he's learned how to win.
136.
Grind out wins against hot players.
Sure.
Sometimes he is the hot player, but he doesn't have to be.
And it's a game of timing.
108.
That's a 180 for Ryan Vander Weit, second one of this contest.
Yeah, that overall 180 stat's going to go up
60.
pretty quickly the way they're falling in today.
$58.
Yeah, but Leonard, he just keeps his cool. He gets on with legs. He's pretty good at shaking off bad moments,
100.
whether it's a bad miss, bad luck, or opponent excellence. He just continues on. I think Ryan, he's thinking, I could really pressure here with a big treble, but
55. Leonard, you
it's
require
very elusive for him on that
122.
visit after all the 180s and stuff. Double 7 now for the 1-2-2, and he's double checking. Once in a while he's known to make some mathematical errors. And
Got to make sure you're right
108.
outside the double 7. So
Ryan, you require 148.
Vander Weit with a tall ask of 148. First one's a good one. He's going to stay there.
should have stayed there.
Should have stayed there on
88.
Now,
Well,
on
you
second
require-
thought, fine. Yeah, well, we had the feeling that it was a good marker, maybe, but
So double 7 back for Leonard Gates.
Game shot in the third
Fixes
leg.
that.
Leonard
Double
Gates,
7 it is.
Fourth leg.
Holds
Ryan
leg
to throw
number
first.
3.
Game on.
he's got great in-game composure, Leonard. And really, in a match, you easily could say Ryan should be winning. He's not. Now he's starting
60.
to feel it on his throw. The scoring, when he's like, it's evaporating a little bit on him. A little tension from not having maybe what you feel is
Sure.
the position you should be. Like, you think, what's going on here?
100.
Yeah,
And he presses, and it doesn't help. It makes it worse.
Yep, as it rolls along, the tighter it is, the better that works for Gates. Ryan wouldn't really exhale unless he could sneak out that
100.
break and a hold and open up 2 legs. If it stays back and forth volley, the pressure will squarely start mounting on Vander Weit to make that big move.
100.
Where Gates has the throw, like you said, Gates is not going to be worried about Ryan's outscoring him. Hold my throw, make sure those big moments, I get my doubles.
Even against the throw here, Leonard with just a couple of
137.
He's got the pressure on. Okay, that's a great visit by Ryan to get down on the ton pace again, or thereabouts. But just hitting one big treble a turn has kept Leonard in this, and he does it again,
99.
and he's keeping the heat on. There's a lot of pressure now on Ryan to get the 204 done in 6. He can't afford the chance that maybe Leonard will break him here. He doesn't even need a
60.
break, really, but a really stranglehold on the match here. If he can get this, he's got to eye it, obviously, in 6 darts. not what he was looking for at all, really. there.
41.
Yep, and Gates lets
Ryan
Vander Weit off the hook there.
144.
Neither player finding a triple in that turn.
Yeah, Leonard shaking his head back there. He was thinking what I was saying there, and he knows that he missed a moment, but he still got the upper position somehow.
96.
Not in the leg, I mean, but in the
Leonard
match.
require 161.
So 161 not going to happen for Gates. So Vander Weit comes back in leg 4 with
137.
48 remaining.
48.
Tops for Vander Weit. We've seen him hit it. We've seen him miss it.
Game shot.
First start in the double
Ryan
20. Ryan Vander Weit ties us up to a piece.
Game on.
First to 5 to move into tonight's quarterfinals here at the Continental Cup.
'83. '45.
That's good to see so far, Anthony, that most of our players that have been in action have, if not at their best, they've been somewhere
96.
to at least the medium game to above that. You know, there hasn't been anybody struggle and just been a no-show, if you will, so far today.
It feels like we've turned a little bit of a corner in
100.
terms of the players have really
Let's not jinx
shown
anybody,
up.
though.
I know, absolutely. As soon as we say that, we'll have a 65 match. But all credit to the players. They've the really
94.
players have kicked in the last 18 months, 2 years, and just sort of moved things up a notch as we we had some pregame chatter today, and you talked about the players move to the next level in the Campbells and Baggishes and stuff, and that's the system that's it just inspires and motivates.
Those guys, the 4 North American PDC
60.
Tour card holders, had a fantastic day as a group yesterday.
Yeah.
Maybe the best North American day in the history of the PDC. And maybe some inspiration there. I mean, the standards were incredible. There's a lot of wins.
They got some results. Matt Campbell, it's a quarters. Everybody got W's on the day. Everybody looked good, and that's pretty much the theme. Of course, we want to see everybody win, but
of course, all these guys here playing today, they're watching, they're keeping an eye on things, and I think it's all very inspiring. It brings out the best of everyone.
We hope so. Yeah, that's what you helped us found. The idea was let's get the best of the best to play against each other continually.
59. Leonard, you require 122.
Well, and he missed this on the double 7. I wonder if he gets 2 treble 18s, if he's going to have to check again. Maybe it's part of the routine. Oh, we're not going to find out.
Bullseye, like 5. Just outside for Gates, and Vander Weit gets a look
20.
at a break. Double 10. Back up 2 5s.
10 score.
Doesn't make it happen.
That
Leonard
switch is,
requires
sometimes
25.
it just goes in and it feels great, but it just never feels easy till it's in. It's an awkward double.
Game shot.
2 8s goes in for Leonard Gates. Holds throw.
6th leg, Ryan to throw first.
More than halfway there
Game
to the
on.
quarterfinals for Leonard Gates. Yeah, we've seen Ryan's propensity. Obviously, double 20 is going to be his favorite. And, you talk famously, like James Wade is always top. So then you need to learn to be just as, if you're going to be that route, you've got to have that backup and be deadly on those double 10s.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that, too, is the experience to not miss
59.
inside. But you can't, you need to go at the outside wire, I think, is the safe policy of the double 10. But hey, a lot of guys miss that and go up, hit that double 5.
140.
It's just very slippery. It's a tenuous sort of position to be in.
Gets to be daunting, that possible 5 leave. And, here's Ryan still
140.
Still outscoring Gates just a tad bit, but
Well, he needed some score to kind of pull himself in range, if you will, and he did so. So he's responding.
75.
And, maybe the worst timing for a lost start there for Ryan. He doesn't leave a finish because of it, and Leonard can't leave a finish, but he's just a little bit closer for it.
So Ryan's job is at a minimum cut that in half, so he needs that triple. Does he get on the third dart? It does not. So open door for Gates with a 140.
But
45.
not as much as there could have been.
Ryan, you require 105.
Match position pressure. You got to hold your throw here.
Tops for Ryan.
65. Leonard, you require 157.
Is there a bit of preposterous talent coming here? Maybe.
First one in.
Treble 19.
Wayward.
123. Ryan,
Third dart
you
triple to
require
try and
40.
put a little pressure on Ryan, but we've seen Ryan be real sweet on the 20s and struggle, and there's one in the fat bed.
Game shot was
He picks up that fix.
Ryan Vander Weit.
Well, there's that
Well,
double
there's-
10 after
there's-
we were talking
That's
about.
it. That's you gotta
Game
have it.
on.
You gotta have it in a holster. So we're all knotted at 3.
60.
First to 5 here in round 1 at the 2022 Continental Cup presented by Cosmo Darts here in the Big Apple, New
60.
York City. Good to be back in town. Coming to you live from Woodside,
59.
Queens, New York.
A bit of a tepid leg here.
42.
Tensions rising. Essentially, it's best of 3 legs here at this point. And
We've got 6 practice, and now game on.
they're hoping.
60.
And with every turn between the two of them like that, you just press yourself all the more. Like, I got to take advantage. And finally, the breakthrough dart.
99.
And of course, for Ryan, he needs to break a throw either this leg or in a final
Sure.
deciding leg.
And can it feed itself both ways? If your opponent is missing a little, you start to put pressure, like, I got to jump on that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you miss, but then it goes
Yeah,
back and forth.
no, definitely,
And it goes the other way as well. A ton 40 leads you to tighten up a little bit, hit that ton 40 back.
Yeah, you could. Players follow each other quite often, and
100.
missing doubles at the end of a sloppy leg. Even the best in the world, they can get
Sure.
into that.
Start getting those.
Saw the end of the Gibraltar tournament last week with Peter Wright and Damon Hedda, and there was a lot more missed darts at double to win that championship between the two of them.
Sure,
than you would have
sure. And
expected.
then
Than you would have expected.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. After a couple of turns, players start getting those head nods, like, who wants this one?
108.
That's a 180 from Ryan Vander Weit in leg number 7.
Yeah, huge timing effort there against the throw to leave himself double 10, which we talked about.
85.
Seems to have the
Ryan
aptitude
requires
now.
20.
This for the key moment in the match to give himself advantage of throw for the match.
Game shot.
First dart goes
leg.
in for Ryan
Ryan
Vander
Vander
Weit,
Weit.
breaks Gates, and is
8
in a
legs.
position
Ryan to
to
throw
move
first.
on to the
Game
quarterfinals in the shadow of his hometown.
Now, Gates, he's not easily intimidated by a bad position. We'll look to him to see if he can up the
81.
scoring game. I think, if anything, that's been below par for Leonard today. It's been that scoring. He really needs to summon it all together here.
Yeah, Ryan bugged by that third dart. He kind of knew opening big was
100.
an absolute must there. He can recover from a Gates ton, 2 triples, right above the wire. Puts
100.
the 2 in.
$100.
Steady tons for Gates. When you're playing against the throw, that might not be good enough. Probably won't be.
100.
Fantastic leg being put together here.
Back-to-back 140s from Vander Weit.
Can he make it?
85.
Gates knows he's in a
Can he
spot
make it a
bother.
set of 140s to finish it?
Won't happen. Now it's a setup look. Nice and high. 20 does just that. So Ryan Vander Weit will come back and look at tops to win this match. What kind of pressure can Gates put on?
44.
Doesn't pick up a triple.
Yeah, zero
40.
pressure. Easy for us to say.
So Ryan
Big
Vander
upset.
Weit's got 6 at 40. Double 10.
Game shot.
Double 10 it is, and Ryan Vander Weit takes out our number 3 seed, Leonard Gates, and he moves on into tonight's quarterfinals, where he will take on the winner of Larry Butler, Joey Leonard. So Vander Weit in the quarterfinals, John.
Yeah, and well, I guess that could set up a potential all-local quarterfinal. But I'm sure Larry will have something to say about that. But for Ryan, it's just a really good performance, especially strong early on. And I think he intimidated and got into Leonard on the scoring there, because his scoring game never really did come together as we've seen it in the past.
Didn't kick in. Leonard finished, 82 average. We know that's clearly below par for Leonard. So yeah, never could find that gear to squarely put pressure on Ryan. Kept his legs there, kept square for a bit, and that's probably was Gates' hope to just continue to hold throw. But Vander Weit broke him there and then held his throw, and that's it. Vander Weit into the quarterfinals. So folks, stay with us. We're moving into match number 4. You're going to see Alex Spellman take on Keith Way. That's coming up in just a few moments, and we'll be back with more from the 2022 Continental Cup in New York.
So in preparation for a recent event, I put this board to the test with 4 to 6 hours of practice per week for a month straight. This gave me an opportunity to see how this board holds up, as well as give you all that honest opinion you've been waiting for. After just a few throws, I was able to tell that this board was a touch softer than popular brands I've used in the past. Admittedly, this had me a little scared, thinking this would lead to a fairly quick wear down. Instead, after a week, I was still at the point where I felt the board did not need to be rotated. Overall, after a month and around 20 hours of play, I was thoroughly surprised by how well this board held up. Yes, there was some aesthetic wear and tear, but I do feel there was a decrease in the amount of bounce that I had, which I directly contributed to the board softness. For me, this is a winner for both new and experienced players who like to put their hours in. Alrighty folks, don't forget we're your partner in darts. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching.